Let's do a general reading. We'll just pull like whatever comes out. What message do you have for the collective at this time? Help me to articulate a clear and concise message in order for it to be received in the way that you want it to best be received. Help me to see what it is I need to see to get the message across as clear as possible. And help me to deliver any messages that you deem worthy in order to serve your highest good for the highest good of humanity. What messages do you have for the collective at this time? So you have service, envy, loneliness, and courage at the bottom of the deck. So there is something that you are pursuing that has you feeling kind of different from others. It kind of makes you feel like you stand out in a sense. It's something that you have to have a lot of confidence to do because you stand out in this position that you're in. And because you stand out, people kind of perceive you a little differently, right? They have this kind of preconceived judgment of who you are because of how you stand out. Although it's not something that is negative. It's just whatever this position that you are in, whatever position this is that you're in, it makes you feel good to help others, right? It gives you a sense of pride. It kind of feeds your spirit to have this position, right? It gives you a sense of joy to be able to do this, right? It builds your confidence in a sense, right? But it's also just who you are. This is giving like star energy. This definitely feels like faith, like a leader, like someone who has a lot of influence, right? They have a lot of pressure because so many people depend on them, right? But that also comes with a sense of jealousy in some aspects as well. So that can kind of be a challenge to maneuver. So let's pull some tarot. Although this is not like it doesn't feel negative. It just feels like this is a very respectable position that you're in. It is something that you had to work very hard to get to this position as well. Clarify service. So you got the Two of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. This feels like something that you're fighting against, right? This feels like something that you are like, it's kind of like you beat the odds, right? Kind of like you worked yourself out of a position that the people around you were not able to fulfill. There's a, it's like you reach this sense of there's a perspective that you kind of stood up for. There's something that you saw that other people could not see. It's something regarding maybe it's regarding like a type of community, right? Whether it's your friend circle, your family circle, the people you work with. There's something that you kind of spoke up about. There's a perspective that you have regarding this kind of family aspect, I'll say. But it can be any type of like a friend group, or this can resonate in any manner. But there's something that you saw that was more fulfilling, or something that was, there's like a perspective and you saw in how things were being created, things were being brought about, that it was different from everyone else around you. Clarify envy. Clarify envy. There's an understanding you have about relationships and connections and life in general, right? There's an understanding you have regarding emotional depth, right? There's just an understanding you have in like world. You just have like a lot of life experience, right? So it's almost as if the way that you communicate something, right? You have this ability to understand things in a way that kind of brings things into a perspective. The world here and the Page of Swords is kind of like, the Page of Swords is like discovery, right? It's looking into something. It's learning new information. It's like also like the energy of curiosity, inquisitiveness. And so you have just this inquisitive nature about you, that like regarding like the depth of life. And sometimes that can, once you know something, you can't always unknow it. And so you just have like a lot of, you have a very deep perspective about life in general. Relationships, connections. Clarify loneliness. The Page of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. With the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so there's a sense here of, this is like hermit energy, right? Going into solitude to kind of understand the process of your thoughts, right? This is you going into a season of understanding oneself, right? Coming into union within oneself, creating life within oneself, right? Creating movement within the orbit of your own, right? Understanding how your thoughts and your mind and how you perceive things, right? It's gaining clarity. It's kind of like releasing old ideas, old thought processes that maybe you had as a child that were kind of separate from those of your peers. But this is also you just like really going back into solitude and kind of understanding maybe your childhood. It's like revisiting your past in a sense. This is the energy of going back to kind of like revisit childhood memories, and kind of like looking into those memories, those thought processes, those ideas to kind of create this life that you imagine for yourself. Gaining clarity. This is very much so feels like hermit energy. Any other messages? Any other messages? Yes, very much so. Very much so, very much so. This is definitely, so you have the Judgment, the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Hanged Man. This is all about your perspective, your purpose, how you see things, your voice, the way that you express something, your view on life, how you have this enlightened sense of the journey of life, right? The Judgment card is like a sense of discernment, especially with the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords. There's definitely a strong sense of discernment here, a very strong knowing in like your guidance and like your voice and how you express yourself and how you speak things and how you view things, right? There's a very strong guidance in knowing and having knowledge and having information. There's a very strong intuitive nature here. Perspective. Yeah. Let's pull this deck. What last messages do you have for the collective regarding this reading? These cards are so slippery. They're hard to shuffle. What last messages do you have for the collective regarding this reading? Thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like the video. Leave a comment if it resonates. In the near future, so you have in the near future, remain positive, yes, and take action at the bottom of the deck. So whatever it is, whatever this purpose is, whatever this responsibility you have, whatever this role it is that you're fulfilling, stay positive, right? Keep at it. Whatever effort you're putting into this is really benefiting you, right? It's paying off. You have this purpose, right? This is for you. What is for you will be for you. And so this is just saying to keep looking forward to whatever it is that you are working towards, right? This is your purpose. This is your divine guidance. This is your truth, right? The Ace of Swords and the Judgment card. This is your truth. This is your purpose. This is what's for you. And that is the message that I have for you. Thank you guys for watching.